Welcome everybody, I'm Invespire and you're watching my channel. Today, we're discussing Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki's views on money. Making money is not the same as keeping it. Donald Trump is a real estate mogul and a celebrity who has made billions of dollars from his business ventures. He is a firm believer in the idea that one should make as much money as possible and leverage it for greater wealth. As he famously said, "I like thinking big. If you're going to be thinking anything, you might as well think big." Trump believes that money is there to be made and that it should be taken advantage of. He encourages people to take risks and be bold with their investments. On the other hand, Robert Kiyosaki is a businessman and author who made his fortune through real estate investments. He is an advocate of financial literacy and teaches people to be smart with their money. Kiyosaki believes that money should not be the primary motivator when it comes to making decisions. He stresses the importance of financial education and advises people to carefully consider the consequences of their decisions before making them. He states, "The most important thing about money is not how much you make, but how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for." Kiyosaki encourages people to save and invest their money wisely, so that it can work for them and not against them. Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki have different views on money. Trump believes that money should be leveraged and taken advantage of, while Kiyosaki believes that money should be saved and invested wisely. Both businessmen have achieved success in their respective fields, and their views on money can help people make better financial decisions. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide which approach works best for them. Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki are two of the most influential businessmen in the world today. They have both made fortunes for themselves through their respective businesses, but they also have very different views on how to make and keep money. In this video, we'll discuss their views on making money and how they differ. Let's get started. Donald Trump believes that making money is all about taking risks and having a good business acumen. He encourages people to go out there and take risks in order to make a profit. He says that it is important to be able to recognize opportunities when they arise, as well as being able to capitalize on them quickly. Furthermore, he believes that having a good understanding of your market and the industry you are working in is essential for success. Robert Kiyosaki takes a different approach when it comes to making money. He believes that it is important to have an understanding of the financial markets before investing any capital into them. He encourages people to build up their financial knowledge before taking any risks with their hard-earned cash. He also stresses the importance of diversifying investments so that if one fails, your other investments can still provide some form of return or security. Regardless of which approach to making money one takes, it is important to remember that there is always a risk involved. Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki both have different approaches to making money, and it is important to understand both of their views before making any investment decision. Trump encourages people to take risks and to be agile in recognizing opportunities and capitalizing on them. On the other hand, Kiyosaki takes a more conservative approach and suggests that people should know the financial markets before investing. He also recommends diversifying investments to spread the risk. Ultimately, it is up to the individual to decide which approach to take based on their own personal situation, financial goals, and risk tolerance. It is important to remember that no matter what approach one takes, there is always a degree of risk involved, and one should always be prepared to lose some or all of the invested capital. The key difference between Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki's approaches to making money lies in their attitude towards risk-taking. Donald Trump sees it as an opportunity, while Robert Kiyosaki sees it as something that should be done with caution and careful consideration first before jumping into anything blindly. Donald Trump's attitude towards risk-taking is reflected in his entrepreneurial approach to business. He believes that some calculated risks can lead to great rewards, and that those who take those risks have the potential to become wealthy. Risk-taking does not always guarantee success, but it does open up the possibility of huge gains. Robert Kiyosaki takes a more conservative stance on risk. He believes that people should take the time to educate themselves on the financial markets, and that this knowledge should be used to inform their decisions when investing. He suggests that people diversify their investments to spread the risk, and to only invest money they are willing to lose. Both approaches to making money have been successful for the respective businessmen. However, the approach one takes should depend on the individual's personal situation, including their risk tolerance and financial situation. Ultimately, it is important to remember that with any investment, there is always a degree of risk involved. Donald Trump has been successful in his career due to his willingness to take risks, while Robert Kiyosaki has been successful due to his financial knowledge, which allows him to make informed decisions when considering investments. Both approaches can be effective in terms of generating wealth, but there are advantages and disadvantages associated with each approach depending upon your own personal circumstances, such as your level of risk tolerance or your current financial situation. Donald Trump's approach to risk-taking is one of calculated chances, hoping that the reward will be great. He believes that if you are willing to take risks, you can become wealthy. However, it is important to remember that not all risks will guarantee success. Robert Kiyosaki takes a more conservative approach when it comes to risk. He suggests that people should educate themselves and be informed about the financial markets before investing. This will help them to make better decisions regarding their investments and to spread the risk. It is also important to diversify investments so that it is possible to recover some of the losses if one investment fails. Both approaches have proven to be successful, but the approach that an individual takes should depend on their risk tolerance, financial situation, and understanding of the markets. Furthermore, it is also important to remember that no matter what approach is taken, there is still a degree of risk associated with any kind of investment. Therefore, it is essential to consider all of the various factors before making any kind of decision. It is important for everyone who wishes to become financially successful to understand both Donald Trump's approach towards risk-taking as well as Robert Kiyosaki's approach towards investing wisely before taking any action that could potentially put them at risk financially or otherwise. No matter what approach you decide upon when it comes to investing or taking risks with your finances, it is important to be aware of the potential risks associated with each approach. Donald Trump's approach of taking calculated risks can be beneficial if the rewards outweigh the risks. However, it is important to remember that not all risks will guarantee success. Robert Kiyosaki's approach of investing wisely and being informed about the financial markets is a more conservative approach, but it is important to diversify investments and spread the risk in order to be able to potentially recover some of the losses if one investment fails. Additionally, it is important to remember to not only make money but also to keep it, by having a plan to manage, protect, and grow your wealth. This involves understanding the different types of investments available and the risks associated with each type, as well as having a solid financial plan in place. Ultimately, the approach that an individual should take should depend on their risk tolerance, financial situation, and understanding of the markets. Therefore, it is important to consider all of the various factors before making any kind of decision. No matter what approach you decide upon when it comes time for you to make investments or take risks with your finances, remember, making money is not the same as keeping it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like and subscribe our channel for more information on how you can maximize your returns from your investment decisions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the very next show.